It's been described as the best carving true twin on the market, and to be honest with you, it's pretty hard to disagree with that. This is the Yes Great UnInc, one of the most versatile freestyle snowboards out there, and one that we keep coming back to as the best in test.
Now, I say the Great UnInc is an all-mountain board. In actual fact, it sits firmly within the freestyle and park category of the Yes Snowboard lineup. But truth be told, every time one of our test teams straps into this thing, they don't want to take it off, no matter what they're riding or what the conditions are doing. It's been a staple in the Yes line for years. It's one of my all-time favorite snowboards, and it features a shape like no other out there. So this one has an asymmetrical twin shape, not a true twin outline. What does that mean? Well, if I split the board in half through the center, the shape, flex, sidecut and stance would be perfectly symmetrical in the nose and in the tail, something you'd expect from a board that's geared towards park and freestyle. Now, what about if we split the snowboard down the middle and we compare the heel side and toe side edges? Here is where we get to the asymmetric territory, and this is where things start to get super interesting. The heel side edge, and by the way, that's always going to be the heel side edge, whether you're regular or goofy, has a much tighter and deeper radial side cut compared to the toe side edge. What's that going to do? Well, the tighter side cut on your heel side will generate more drive and grip through those turns, effectively balancing out the differences between the more biomechanically efficient toe side turns. It allows the board to sort of find an equilibrium, creating the same turn experience without having to work any harder for it. That's not a unique concept to Yes, but asymmetrical mid-bite is. Come in a little closer and look what happens to the side cut right between the inserts. See how the side cut on the toes pulls in here at the waist? Well, the heel side does the same, but it's a little more concentrated to a smaller area. It's actually pretty genius. The narrower waist width allows you to torsionally twist the board more efficiently through the middle and get really quick reactive turns without losing out on that wider platform underfoot for extra stability and surface area. Just a side note, it's worth keeping in mind that the Great doesn't come in wide sizes, but because of the side cut geometry, larger footed riders will be absolutely fine on the bigger sizes. Anyway, here's what I'll say about it all. When you first lay eyes on it, the shape in the side cut can look a little intimidating and confusing. Try it out on snow. The result is so clean, simple and effective. Whether you're setting up for a frontside spin or railing a carve and hardpack, it works outstandingly well. I really mean it when I say this. The Great's turns better than some directional boards on the market, but it will do it in regular and switch. Anyway, what about the rest of the construction? Well, lucky for us, the shape is only part of the success story, and tucked away under the top sheet is a really high performance core. It's got a camrock profile, but compared to something more entry level like the Yes Basic, the camber sections are more pronounced and the rocker sections less so. So the trade-off with that slightly looser, more forgiving feel is a board that has a ton of pop and rebound where you can really attack the mountain. They've given the flex rating a 7 out of 10, and I'd say that is pretty much bang on to how it felt. That's where you're going to find most high performance all mountain freestyle boards positioned. Stiff enough and responsive enough to handle increased speeds and forces, but not dialed up so high that it foregoes too much playful freestyle versatility. The wood core itself is made up of no less than 3 different types of wood stringers: poplar, paulownia and bamboo, and that's the ultimate blend of strength, lightweight and pop. The layup features both carbon fiber and triax glassing, which means the board takes a bit of work to get the most out of it. But again, that's kind of the point. And as you'd expect, there is a quality sintered base underneath, capping off a pretty premium freestyle construction. Finally, it's definitely worth a shout out to this year's graphics from regular Yes artist Kolonji. If you actually pulled out the entire 149 to 159 size range, they'd all fit together into a single canvas, which looks pretty rad. So then, where does all this leave us? The Greats is still, well, as great as ever. We didn't need any tweaks or upgrades for this to land itself a spot in our Whitelines 100 again for this year. It's one of the best park boards we've ever ridden, and yet one of the best turning experiences out there too. And who's not gonna love that? Thanks for watching, guys. If there's anything you want to know about this board, stick your questions down below. I imagine there'll be a few questions about that ASIM shape, and we'll be sure that one of the team can get back to you as soon as possible. Also, if you're keen to see what else is coming from Yes this year, check out our review of the new Orca snowboard, another big winner for us. Thanks again for watching, guys. See you next time.